Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
Get the fuck out of here.
Holding on to the football as we jump into the action in quarter number 1.
Oh, they gave him the first down. The fucking thing.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Only a couple for him there on the game's
Which one did you get, Ant? Just the regular one? Or did you get one of
nice
those
job
with the...
there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Wilson.
Shit, I'm about to have AT&T again. I'm about to have AT&T again. Every channel for $27 a month. All I have to pay for is the boxes. As soon as my AT&T ID is active.
Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good
shit. I get all the channels, $8.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
You got that anytime TV.
36 yards
anytime TV.
No return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
That shit
burnt with it?
Hell no, that shit worked perfect for me.
That's what Kenny uses.
Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that.
I do monthly, but my shit is
like a 5-year-old.
Perfect.
This is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And this is caught right along the sideline.
It's just a pain in the ass to get used to.
For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
Damn it, Jason.
Now let's throw here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So,
oh damn, Stewart lost to Ike. Dang.
To hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up,
you said what?
Did they actually play?
No, it was a computer.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're on.
But I seen, because that's like what, 2-game losing streak for Stewart now? Because he got dogged by them Chiefs.
From the gun, 3rd down, Murray. Kyler Murray. Touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then
they might make it if he went out.
Someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't need that at all, right? And this is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football.
Screen. Oh, he dropped it. Interception.
Take advantage of on the offensive side of the ball. You said thank you very much.
Interception.
Let's put it in the end zone.
Cowboys have the ball back.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out.
Tom is pissed.
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in there.
Hang on to that motherfucker. Leonard Fournette's about to get benched.
To get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right.
Leonard Fournette.
Exactly. Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
No, he just threw Tom just threw a beautiful screen pass to him, and Leonard Fournette just let it hit his hands and went right into the Cowboys' corner's hand. Literally didn't even drop it. Like patty caked into.
Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson.
But it's going to go against Tom. It's going to go down as an interception.
8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Here's Carson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That wasn't on time.
We have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't
That was
see
a great
very often,
pass.
although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18.
I was going to meet you at that goal line.
In 2001, following the attacks on September 11th.
Dumps this one off to Chris Carson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Returnable for Grant. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Wow, that should have been a pick, Levante David. Wow.
Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing.
How'd you blame that helmet? You should have caught that shit.
Effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No.
No doubt about it.
Dak just got lucky.
They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out. And
threw the ball away. That's on me for G.
Oh wow, that would have been an INT on the other side.
This position, no matter what, whether it's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off.
Oh, that was an interception.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson.
I know you did too. That's a pick.
And all the way
That was a pick 6.
His first catch, good for
we're not
14
streaming
there
that.
and a first down. So these two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious.
Oh,
so a win here in Arizona.
What the hell?
The season sweep.
They're supposed to be out there,
will
yeah.
take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down,
go baby, go.
That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
Bro, I am not running that motherfucker like I should be. God damn.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Murray off play action. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to
I ran out of bounds. How the fuck is the clock still going?
Gain over personal protection.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Picked off by the safety, Aaron Breeze, and he's able to get it.
I wish my defense were like that.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the
touchdown, Buccaneers.
There's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Where the fuck is my goddamn line at? Get the fuck in there.
Sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden
That's Antonio Brown. That's his second one.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a
The announcers are talking shit.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking
They say, you remember on draft night when everyone thought the Cowboys were going to draft a cornerback?
Now Wilson.
Those people are mad right now.
Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious.
Super time.
Well short.
Dun, 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 dun.
In quarter number 2. And that's the risk of a long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
one more opportunity.
Mike Evans for 6.
Driving at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious?
How mad will you just been?
Next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards at a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Murray. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So a touchdown. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Murray going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shoot a nice tackle on that play. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Throwing again, Murray. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to get this.
We still don't know where Coach Poncho is. He's going to be like Poncho.
It's taking a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a
it's cheese when Tom's running them in.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Tom Brady just scored?
I had to. I just ran away with Tom.
Oh.
Forced out to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Flush to, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive
clicked goal
because
line.
it was his arm that got his team down at that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
I don't know why.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
I don't care what you do.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that's quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this one
What are you talking about?
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
Get the fuck out of here. I hate this nigga.
Big decision right here, Justin.
I hate Russell Wilson. My God.
Are you going to put me in field goal range? If you miss.
An excellent gain, 35 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Get the fuck out of here.
With Carson. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Here comes this big
11 more on that one.
Get him.
Another first down.
Ah, shit.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary.
Hey, these receivers are fast, man. Dallas's receivers are fast.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
Come
and
on.
not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. I think you'd have to say defensively.
They're still all gay
These guys
together.
are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on
You
defense.
see CD Lamb's on there talking about how much he loves handles and shit. And you got fucking Zeke and then you have Zeke and Dak literally just lick each other's balls.
Oh my god.
Have you watched Hard Knocks yet?
No, I heard it was a gay season.
Extra time scrambling out of the pocket.
Literally, bro.
Got to the sticks and picked up the first down.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
All you gotta do is watch the first episode and you'll see what I'm talking about.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I like his
The second episode?
and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't
See,
like
Ant
was
knows
the
what
final
gay shit I'm talking
decision
about.
to go out of bounds. They
With the
want to
bag?
keep the clock moving. Instead, they
Oh
give
my
the defense
God.
an extra timeout.
Sad.
Play fake. Murray.
Hey.
He's going to rifle on deep left side. Got a man.
That nigga said, you know about the gay shit? Then he go like, yeah, bro.
And he is Abella. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found it downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way to the end zone, that's what you're paying him for.
It's 21 to 16.
On a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
That's a good game. Her offense is looking good.
And this will be a touchback
bad
as
holding
that
call,
sails
should've held
over
there.
the end line. The Seahawks offense
I
now,
tried to
they
hurt
get
Tom
ready to
like
come
that.
back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate.
I
Of
tried
course,
to
they'd
hurt
like
Tom.
to forget the inning, the
You do.
interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
It's not Tua.
Once it threw
It's
the
not Tua.
interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way to get it done.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dorsett making
Hey, I will
the
say
catch.
Dak is not trying to run that
He'll be
bitch.
out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4.
Great game. Tom Brady had 455 passing yards.
Damn.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find his man. That's Freddie
Derrick
Swain.
Henry had 85 rushing.
Goes out right
Ryan
around
Tannehill
the
had that
39.
fucking stupid-ass 52-yard run.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Isaiah Simmons. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well
Oh,
behind
those
the sticks here
baby
with a
kittens.
2nd and 18.
I think he
Another
said he's
try
stepping
after
away
the
from the mic.
first down sack. Wilson. That one to swing complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Oh, man.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson.
Pinky Malinky.
And that's complete to Swain. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Freddie Swain, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Yeah, King doing overtime this whole week. They giving that nigga $20 on top of his already hourly pay because of the COVID surge.
The pressure right. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Just fumble.
Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was
you over there playing Pinky Blinky.
Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything.
Bro, I already had a little heart surgery.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete.
Yeah.
Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Did the Cardinals
Time for that nigga to sit on down.
Excellent field position. So they'll trudge off the field with a
I'm talking about sit down. I know he still be training.
4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 11. Back to throw it. Murray being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like that doctor with my kindergarten teacher always said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him. And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking...
man, he all right, but he ain't that good. That nigga, I seen that nigga get dogged by Hollywood Brown.
You can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant.
He probably good against, other rappers and shit.
That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the touchdown, is Prater to kick.
Bro, because they be having little tournaments. I seen this one episode. They had the game going against Bow Wow. Yeah, the game called. That nigga after he dogged out, he's like, I want to thank Snoop for letting his little dog off the leash so I can play with him. I was like, oh no.
One watch as they come up on 1st down. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup there. Steps away to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now it's Wilson.
Anybody else want to game in Madden?
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's a pickup game.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the
You're
clock
right back.
and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That's complete to Eskridge. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there.
I got this first round bye. I need all my boys to be rested and protected.
Oh, they got Drew Brees on the halftime staff.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped.
Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So it's